reached across the table and covered Tess's clenched hands with hers. "I guess I'd better just say it," Tess blurted. "Gabe says that's the best." "Are you pregnant?" "Tess, honey, you're not showing, and you wouldn't be the first bride over the ages of civilizations to—" "No, not that. I know you always take the long view of things, over the ages, the historic. But, Kate, I've asked Dad to come here and give me away for the wedding." Kate gasped and squeezed Tess's hands. "Our dad?" It was an utterly ridiculous thing to say, but she was hoping she'd heard wrong, or that it was some sort of joke. She felt as if she'd been slapped. She released Tess's hands and sat back hard against the wooden seat. Dr. Catherine Lockwood always had something to say, but for a moment she was speechless. Then the words poured out. "Tess, are you serious? The father who deserted us when we were in desperate need of him after your kidnapping? The man who blamed our mother when you were taken? The man who, for heaven's sake, had an affair with your groom's mother, and she'll be here tomorrow, and at the wedding? The man who will then be in the same wedding photos we'll have for decades? At least you didn't just spring him on us when he waltzed in. Oh, Kate and Char, look who's here." Several others in the restaurant looked their way. The server, who had been approaching the table with their salads, did a U-turn back toward the kitchen. Kate finally shut her mouth, propped her elbows on the table, and leaned her head in her hands. Tess spoke, her voice shaky. "Like I said, I told Char already. She was surprised, too, but she's okay with it. I've reconciled with him. Dad, over the phone these last months. He's sorry. He knows he did a lot of things wrong. He's rebuilt his life in Oregon with his wife, Gwen. I've talked to her, and she sounds really kind and understanding." "And I guess I'm not." Kate looked up, now clenching her hands in her lap so she wouldn't pound on the table. "I hope she can trust him not to cheat on her and then abandon her and their kids. He does have children with her, doesn't he? Is he bringing them?" "Yes, 2 sons, Josh and Jared. They're 7 and 5. He wants them to see where he grew up and to meet all of us. I know how hard you took it, the things he did, you above all. But it's my wedding day, and a father should give his daughter away. Don't you want to patch things up and see him again?" Kate almost said that she'd much rather have a long-dead Adena warrior resurrected from one of their burial mounds around here, but she managed to keep her mouth shut on that. "So," Kate said, her voice calmer now, "he'll be at the center of things, not just a guest?" "You mean everyone will talk about the Lockwoods again?" "I don't care what people around here say, really. And obviously Gabe is okay with this." "Yes, he is. He understands, and we've told his mother. But I really wanted you to understand, just the way my future mother-in-law does. With Mom gone now, I do see you as the head of the family, so it's important to me." Kate couldn't keep from rolling her eyes. "Head of the family until Jack Lockwood arrives with wife and kids in tow and takes over. Oh, sure, I guess I'm curious about him. But then I'm curious about everything. Like especially what's buried in local Adena mounds, right?" "Don't try to change the subject. For you, of course, I'll honor your wishes for your guests, and who you choose to be in your wedding party. But don't expect your maid of honor to forgive that man. Can't do it, though I'll be civil to him and them. If we've got our crazy cousins coming from that strange religious sect they're in, we might as well have the ghost of childhood past there, too." Tess breathed an audible sigh of relief. She seemed to deflate as her stiff stance relaxed a bit and she leaned back. "Once you meet Grant Mason, I don't think you'll be looking at Dad anyway," she said, trying another tactic. Tall.